Hello there. I promised you last week you'd get a kick out of this Friday's Extra Time, and good as our word, we've returned full of Eastern promise to preview the biggest martial arts extravaganza ever staged in the region.
This weekend sees another sporting first for the North East when the European Shotokan Karate Championships take place at Sunderland's Crowtree Leisure Centre. More than 20 countries will be taking part, with Shotokan the most popular style of karate. Well, if like me you're not dedicated to the martial arts, then you might have trouble telling your kata from your kumite. Well, with us in the studio to demonstrate and explain the finer points, we've the England team. But first, a taste of the weekend's action.
Right. What's
Well, with me is Andy Sherry, the England team manager. Andy, there have been so many different forms of martial arts. These championships, they really are the top championships.
Well, the European Shotokan Championships, and Shotokan is one of the most popular styles, or the most popular style, with about 80% of karate in the world, doing Shotokan.
Why do you think karate has become so immensely popular?
Well, I don't know. I think maybe it's the crime rate nowadays, and people are more health conscious, and it's just a very interesting art to do.
Well, karate, as we know, is all about speed and reactions. And the next demonstration you're going to give us, I think, perfectly illustrates those two skills. So, off you go.
Yeah, this is line spot. It's not prearranged at all, this. Hashima!
Well, we always hear that karate is very disciplined and almost spiritual, but it's certainly aggressive as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you must have tremendous spirit to do it, but at the same time you must have respect for your opponent and have very good control with your techniques.
And when it actually comes to the competition, we have the kata, which is like a ritualised form of exercise, and the kumite, which I understand is more like fighting. Now, it's aggressive, but are they really trying to hurt each other?
Oh no, they're controlling the techniques. If they actually hit each other, they'll get disqualified. They must control the techniques.
So it's all about scoring points, not actually inflicting any damage on your opponent?
No, that's right, scoring points, yeah.
Well, we'll certainly have a look at it now, because this is something that represents the kumite we're going to see now.
That's right.
Right. Hashima!
Oh, Andy, I'm glad you told me that nobody's going to get hurt out there. I don't think I'd have guessed otherwise. But briefly, how are the England team going to do?
Well, I hope they're going to win. They were beaten last year. They came second last year in the finals with Germany, but I hope they'll beat them this year.
It'll certainly be a great end to the weekend's championships if they could pull off a victory in the North East as well. So thanks for coming in, and the very best of luck to the England team.
Thank you.
Hear, hear. Well, if you're still under the illusion that karate is all about smashing planks of wood in half with your bare hands, then you really should have been in Sunderland last weekend. From nearly 20 countries, the leading exponents of this explosive sport converged to compete for the European Championships. It might seem a little strange to hold a European Championships for a sport that originated in India, was practiced by Shaolin priests in China, and was finally developed into a sport by the Japanese. But in less than 30 years, the martial arts boom has turned karate into a truly international sport with definite ambitions on Olympic recognition. Nowhere has karate grown more than in Britain. The England team strode into these championships confident of sweeping the board. In karate, were good enough to take on even the Japanese themselves. Much of the credit for karate's progress in this country is due to the missionary zeal of one man, Professor Kainoshuko Inoida. 20 years ago, the former world champion was sent to England by the sport's governing body in Japan to spread the karate gospel. Now, as Britain's chief instructor, he's spoken of in reverential terms. But if Inoida preached the word, Andy Sherry soon became his main disciple. This is the Shotokan style of karate, and Andy is the highest graded European and England team manager. His faith in his sport is religious.
I think the media's catching on to karate as an exciting sport, you know, but I always try and stress the other aspects of karate, you know, the fact that it's healthy, and it's well disciplined, etiquette's important, respect for your opponent. The basic philosophy is it's to develop your character. It's not just a physical thing. You use the physical aspects of it to try and develop your character and make you a better person in effect. But we do get a lot of roughnecks, and they reform themselves and become better people for it. You know, I think that's one of the really important aspects of Shotokan karate.
One man was seen to dominate these championships, England's Frank Brennan. An unnerving combination of aggression and composure, Brennan had to prove his talent in karate's two contrasting disciplines. This is the kata, a series of set techniques that have to be performed rather on the lines of an ice skater's compulsory routine. If each competitor was searching for perfection in his kata, then Frank clearly came the nearest to achieving it.
The kata is a series of pre-arranged movements. Each technique has to be effective. It has to be displayed with maximum speed, power, focus, and always the right martial attitude. Martial spirit is most important. You could probably travel anywhere in the world, and providing they're doing Shotokan karate, you'd see almost identical katas performed the way they've been performed this evening.
So what are the judges looking for?
They're looking for how well you actually perform them, not what movements are in them. All katas are very difficult. What makes them better than one kata better than another kata is how it's performed.
Frank's gold medal performance was only half of a first-night double. In the team kata, 3 have to perform in complete synchronisation. Frank again led England to the team title. The second night of competition once again demanded a full house. Karate is not something you can follow half-heartedly. Everyone seems a fanatic. In karate, nobody's supposed to get hurt. It's something the outsider might not have noticed. The fighting side of karate is the kumite. The combatants score points by precise punches, chops or kicks to the head, body and back. A perfect blow, or ippon, stops the contest, but that's comparatively rare. To win, you need 2 effective blows, or wazari. Strike your opponent too hard and you can be disqualified. Violence is definitely not the name of the game.
No, the techniques, like I say, are delivered at full power and full speed, but they must be controlled. But occasionally, because your opponent moves as you not expect him to move, then some contact could be made, and you result in getting a warning or even disqualification if the contact's too much. But hopefully that won't happen to us.
It must be terribly difficult not to hit your opponent when you are moving at the speed you're moving.
Yeah, I would say it's difficult, but again, that's what your training develops. You're trying to get a high level of control and be able to use it in competition.
Frank's second individual final brought him up against England teammate Ronnie Christopher. The 2 men knew each other's style inside out, reducing the contest to near stalemate, each feinting to work an opening. The 3-minute time limit was twice extended, but in the end, that man Brennan could not be stopped. 3 golds now, 1 more for a clean sweep. Karate is by no means a male preserve, and our girls were certainly holding their own. In the kumite, 25-year-old Karen Finlay was battling her way to a 2nd European title. The Frank Brennans and Andy Sherrys of this world can earn a living through teaching karate. Karen has to fit her training around her job as an insurance clerk. The Crowtree crowd also had a local heroine. 22-year-old Julie Nicholson is a clerical assistant at South Shields Town Hall. 3 times national champion, Julie reached the final of the individual kata, but her moment of glory came when she collected her gold medal for England's victory in the team kata. But it was the team kumite for men that was to provide a fitting climax to an already memorable weekend. It was England against Belgium in a series of 5 fights. It was all square after 4 bouts. Gary Harford shouldered the country's responsibility. After 2 nights of English supremacy, there could only be one result. 1 thrust from Gary was enough. An ippon, the perfect blow, the perfect end to the championships. And 4 gold medals too for the remarkable Frank Brennan. The idea of karate is to find perfection.
We have some guests in the studio now that I must say I've been very careful not to offend all afternoon. They're in the region for a European Championship at Sunderland's Crowtree Leisure Centre at the weekend. Mind you, when I told one of them to belt up, he did just that, with his black belt. It's the Karate Championships, and here's Frank Brennan, the English Karate Board's all-style champion, demonstrating kata.
Niju Shiho.
Well, I don't know what he was doing, but it certainly frightened me. I've been joined by Andy Sherry, the British team manager. Andy, what was that? A kata? What basically is it?
Well, it's a pre-arranged set of movements, all the attacking and defensive moves into karate, and they're practiced over and over again to develop confidence, speed, power.
I'll let Frank get his breath back. I'll come to you in a second. Are you anxious to get away from this image of smashing up bricks and boards? That's not what it's all about, is it?
No, karate is the development of correct technique and speed and power. Develop the ability to defend yourself. That's all show business, you know.
Moved along to Frank. You looked obviously very angry and you sounded very angry. Did you have to psych yourself up for all that?
Yeah, the mental side, mental aspect of karate is very important.
And how much a role does discipline play in controlling the mind, etc.?
That's exceptionally important. Well disciplined as regards to training and your practice always.
Thank you very much indeed for talking to me. Coming back to you now, Andy. Is it getting more and more popular? I mean, crime's on the increase. Do people are taking this up to defend themselves?
Yeah, karate's increasing tremendously now, especially in the last few years. It may be to do with the crime. I think people come in thinking it's all to do with that sort of thing. They defend themselves in 5 minutes, but it's a long time. You know, it takes a long time.
Well, it's about defending yourself. These lads have been at it years. Gentlemen, would like to take up your positions and show us just how one man can defend himself against 4 would-be attackers. We'll move back a bit and give him a bit of room. And wait out for the fireworks.
was